Hello, Big Pete fans. We are here at Blockswitch, which is near Walsall in the West Midlands, and we've just come back from the big shop. And we have come back to something, which is Michael's doing some work, and I've come to offer some advice. Do a backflip!
No.
What could possibly go wrong?
No, I'm not. Don't leave the backflips to Daniel Whitby.
Is he copyrighted them?
Daniel Whitby and Aaron Powley. Best FMX riders in the country.
Michael.
Yes, CJ.
I know that you're busy.
Never too busy for you, my dear. What do you... Oh, hello, social media.
I was just telling everyone
Yes.
the amount of things that you found in a scrap car because it's what they've just been left in there or whatever.
Yes.
Can you rattle off some of your favourite things that you have found in a scrap car that you have adopted for, well, forever? It's become yours.
Flipping heck, now you put me on the spot. Things that I haven't adopted. MP3 players, mobile phones, lots of cannabis grinders. Ask your parents' kids. Little Ziploc baggies, strange white powders. Left that in.
You got your wire wheel from the that we use in the workshop.
Yeah, so
that's number one best thing.
Best thing. Found it in a scrap car. Oh man, my wire wheel, found that in Jersey. Still use it in the garage for cleaning stuff up. There's quite a few things.
Pool cues.
Pool cue, yeah, found that in a scrap car. My favourite game-winning pool cue. Bits and tools and well, you put me on the spot. If I have a oh yeah moment, then I'll come back to you on the next episode of What's Michael Found in a Scrap Car. Some things that I can't tell you about. Stuff.
Have you ever found any adult toys?
That was on the list of things I can't tell you about.
Well, you can say that adult toys.
Adult toys. Toys for grown-ups that take batteries, like little RC cars and stuff, but yeah. I'll come back to you.
Okay. This brolly that we found it in a scrap car. Passport, found it in a scrap car.
So further to the question, things you found in scrap cars, Michael. Last week we found a guy's passport, and then somebody reminded me that we'd once found somebody's adoption papers. As well as that, we found driving licenses, bank cards, all kinds of other things. But this I'm quite proud of, because last week at the Cotswolds, in one of the scrap cars, I found this fascinating old book. Looks like it's been in a fire or something at some time. Will have been crammed on a shelf, so only the end got scorched. But it's proper quality, and it's made by the Solicitors Law and Stationery Society in London, Canary Street, Chancey Street or something, Lane, London, WC2, and it's just very, very charming and probably not very interesting to most people, but the quality of it is amazing. And I can't tell you what's written in it because it's probably confidential, but I'll give you a little flash. A ledger there of a guy's personal financial situation. So yeah, I found a book amongst all the other things in a scrap car last week, and I'm keeping it.
Found it in a scrap car.
Found it in a scrap car.
So day 2 doesn't mean anything, but after our first performance, as we was doing the pack up, because we share the arena with loads of other acts, we do our pack up, and then once we're out of the arena, we hand over the arena. When it's our arena, it's our arena. We've got a 45-minute slot to build up the scrap cars, our props, do the show and pack up. And whilst we're doing the pack up, there's 2 monster trucks still in there. Now some of our American friends who were involved in monster trucks were going so 2 monster trucks in there and an active forklift. The monster trucks are not live, there's no drivers in them, but by the by, one of the other acts walks into the arena and starts telling us that they start inspecting the ground because they have I'm not going to go and say what they are, but they come to inspect the arena to make sure that they can do what they need to do, because the horrible monster trucks at the monster truck show haven't ruined it for them. And to which I've said, can you please leave? This is still our arena. But we've come to inspect the arena. Well, can you inspect it at a later time? Well, we're doing this at where something's happening and something. And I said, well, that's not our problem. But right now, this is still our arena. Can you please leave? And whilst they're huffing and puffing, I'm like, we didn't come into your arena whilst you were on. And they eventually left. But with a great sense of irony, we leave the venue as we find it, as we pride ourselves on doing. When we were doing our second show, I forgot my gloves, so I went and got my gloves and came back because I was in the forklift, I wasn't driving. And then I found one of these.
Ow, ow.
Which was a prop for, ironically, that particular act. Now that wouldn't be very nice to go through a monster truck tyre, or if our driving had in any way spat that up.
Also, elephant in the room, questions have to be asked.
Why does it need to be that sharp?
It's a real sharp spike. Are they firing that in a live arena? I mean, far be it from me to...
No. Because it's the morning. Don't tempt me. So there's the arena, and what we had noticed
just wandering around over there
was an archer seemingly looking for his lost bow. Arrow, yes.
Arrow.
No, dweeb, yes. So we're keeping it for ransom. No. It's going to come with us for the rest of the show, and it's going to be one of those little things that we've found that we're going to, ha-ha, look what we have.
I have a bow and arrow at home, so I'm keeping the arrow.
We'll shoot rats with it.
You have tried that?
No.
They move.
Yeah, you're not a good shot. Our suspension woes continue. We've popped the weld off on the end of the shaft again. So, shaft. So we've had to take some more chain links out, and very excitingly, this happened the moment we hit the cars, and there was nothing we could do. Gravity was switched on, and we scratched a load of things, but fortunately we got one made up, ready to go. So we've thrown that on in less than 10-15 minutes. There you can see that's where the shaft hit. So as the bunt stops and whatnot. Oh dear, oh dear. And nothing like a monster truck to humble you after riding high from the Monster Truck Nationals to coming on to the very next job, and it all just turning to poo. Just doing some investigations, but you can see that's where it should be welded onto there, and the chains are obviously still too long, even though we've adjusted them, and it's popped off again. Disappointing. Got oil on my nose. Right, well, as you can see, loaded, all done here at Block Switch near Walsall, or in Walsall. And until next time, we love you and goodbye.